Mike Cerbola. I'm pretty sure you're not looking at changing from the 30 or 35 down to a 15 class size. You actually are looking at basically class averaging. You're looking at increasing the number of students per teacher. This is a workaround. You would have to hire more teachers as a result of not approving this. I think setting a limit on class sizes, in addition to the one that exists that you're trying to work around here, because you are the safeguard. The safeguard is a minimum class size. This is to get around that safeguard. You're our safeguard. Don't work around this. To say that we're denying kids an education, like because we're denying them teachers on a decent class size is just, it's a lie. Because we're denying them a decent class. If I put them into a room with 30 or 35 other kids and not enough supervision, then I'm denying them an education. It's a lie to say I'm denying them an education by refusing to give them something I shouldn't give them in the first place, and then say I'm giving them an education when I'm not, because I'm not giving them an education if I don't give them teachers. Teachers are not the problem. You say here we're doing otherwise would be impractical, educationally unsound, disruptive to the affected students. That's the result of having too many teachers, I guess. If you have too many teachers, it's somehow unsound, disruptive to a student's learning. I don't think so. That's not the way it works. We need more teachers in the classroom. They've already set absolute minimums that we're complaining about affording, to the point that out of $4 billion that we owe our kids, we're only coughing up 0.8 million. So the idea that we're now going to say, oh, it's only another 3 or 5 students per class on top of 30 or 35, especially in kindergarten. I have to tell you, part of the reason I'm here is because I was traumatized when I was substitute teaching. Innocently, you think teaching is just nothing. It's, no big deal, right? And then you walk in and there's 30 little people, and half of them have come from homes that are difficult, and they're in need of extra attention. And you have to re-abuse these children because their whole life worldview is that
come back to my amendment, please.
The world neglects them. And so when they come and they pull on your pant leg, you have to push them away, and you're reinforcing exactly what they get at home, which is we cannot afford to not have parents and teachers and adults in these classrooms and give these kids the attention they need. They don't need tests and grades and
we're talking about the class load.
Yes, the class load, we need to say no to this. You need to not add an amendment. If you want to come back later and say, you know what, the state is crazy to put 30 or 35 kids, we want to set it at 15 or 18, that's great. But to do all this talking and not be real clear that you're talking about adding 3 to 5 kids per class period to an already unacceptably high number of things and class averaging. Sorry. Thank you very much. Sorry for the loud.
Do you want me to finish the audience input, or you wanted to share something?